Yo, what's good? Hope y'all can hear me out there. So finally, Benny the Butcher dropped off his album, Burden of Proof. At this point with these niggas, I don't know if what's an album, a mixtape, debut album, whatever the case may be. But I gotta admit, Hit Boy has kind of been on the roll. I do believe he did the Nas album. I do believe he did Conway Project, right? And now he did Benny the Butcher Project. Damn. I still remember the first time when I heard Hit Boy actually rap, um, when he did the Jay-Z interview, but Bink did the beat. And that project, I forget, History, Hit, Story. So, History, but Hit Story. That shit's still fire to this day. I still listen to it here and there. But, Burden of Proof. I didn't know what to expect. It was kind of crazy. The first little joint leaked, you know what I mean? The Lil Wayne and Big Sean joint. What that shit? What's the name of that shit? Fuck is it at? Limitless or Timeless, my bad. Why the fuck that Piff don't got that whatever. But yeah, that shit is fire. But I skip Big Sean verse. I know. Like I said on Twitter, it's similar to the Control situation. We all listen to Kendrick. We skip Big Sean Jail. But this project was dope. 12 tracks, you know what I mean? Some of the best production that I've heard. Now, I'm not saying this is the best album of 2020. My favorite for this year is Ransom and Nicholas Craven, Director's Cut 3. You can't change my mind. I don't care how many niggas come out with collab albums with a certain producer, with a certain artist. To me, bar for bar, lyric for lyric, content, samples, production, Director's Cut 3 is my favorite. You know what I'm saying? That's my number one. But I knew Benny was go deliver with this project. You know, to me, he's the best out of Griselda. You know, I'll go Benny, Conway, and then Westside. Westside cool. You know, he just more of a Quincy Jones type. And I know that's crazy. Like, yo, Quincy Jones. But I'm just saying, relax, nigga. You know what I mean? But going into this, I had no expectations. Now, I'm not saying I fuck with everything. Now, the Dom Kennedy shit, I was glad he didn't have a verse. But I don't really like Dom Kennedy. I think he put out one or two projects back a couple years ago or last decade that I was fucking with, but then he kind of, I guess, I won't say faded off, but his music just wasn't resonating a lot, you know what I mean? But this shit was straight. The Rick Ross verse, it wasn't the best though. It was cool, but you know, with the type of production, I didn't hear him on that record, in my opinion. And I like how he, Hit Boy sampled Ransom's Pain record. That was pretty crazy. Without having him on it is such a disgrace. But I don't know. I know that those niggas don't really got no problems. Griselda with, you know, Ransom and his new movement with Trust with 38 Special and Shade Noir. But sometimes I be wondering, like, damn, do these niggas, like, you know, not fuck with each other or something? Because they will make some great collaborative music, in my opinion. But moving on. He gave you everything on this album. You know, of course, the drug tales, street life. I definitely like the record about his loved ones that he lost. I do believe that record is called Thank God I Made It with Queen Naj. Is that how you say her name? I don't really know who the fuck she is. I think she one of those females that's kind of underrated, but a lot of people was comparing her to Beyonce or some shit for some reason. So I was just like, yikes. Yeah. Anyway, my favorite joint is One Way Flight featuring Freddie Gibbs because I'm listening to it and I'm not gonna lie, I got sad because I was like, nah, he just gonna do a hook. Damn, man. And then it got down to like the last minute of the song and then it did a little break and then Freddie Gibbs come in with a verse and then he actually says I wasn't even gonna do a verse. So I was like, yes, nigga, that shit is crazy. That nigga said some I run my bitch's OnlyFans page or some shit like that. Yo, that's crazy. It reminded me of a song on RJ Payne latest joint where he talked about OnlyFans and niggas basically doing what they doing to take a picture at a Rock Nation brunch, but that's beyond the point. The production on this shit was just crazy though. You know what I mean? Just like you press play on the first joint, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, Burden of Proof, crazy. And I'm like, where would I go featuring Rick Ross? You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, This sound, I thought like the beats would be a little bit too much for Benny, the way he raps and everything, but he floated on them bitches and catered to him. And I like the little Rick Ross line where he said we could play hide and go. I got 100 some rules. We could play hide and go seek. That shit was kind of funny. I was like, huh. Remind me of some shit Wayne said a while ago. But going into Sly Green, I was just like, what is this Matrix S type goddamn record? You gotta love that. You know what I mean? And I was just like, holy shit. And it was like, oh, it's over with. He just started spazzing. And then we get right here. And I was just like, wait, what? No, he not. The loop sample. And I was just like, okay, it can't stay like this. It has to eventually, the beat had to drop. And I'm like, I know it's going to drop. So I'm sitting here like, all right, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. Bobbing my head. And I'm like, oh, shit, there it go. It was a rap. That was my favorite song on this shit. I ran that shit back like 3 times. Famous was good, but I don't understand how you don't feel famous. I was looking at that like, I mean, I guess not, but it's like you gotta realize, well, I put it like this. If you've been in the streets making money, you know what I mean, like, you always got money. You know what I mean? So I could understand where he was coming from, because some people always say, oh, I don't give a fuck about the fame, I just want the money. So when he was just like, I really don't feel famous, I was just like, nigga, yes you are. Like, it's certain shit you can't do because you're a celebrity. But I could see how that could be a gift and a curse as well. Famous was dope. New Streets, that gave me that mafia movie feel, like on some casino shit. You know what I mean? Listen to this, like, oh shit. They got the vibe of, you know, you seen the movie, so you know what it is. I was like, yo, this is some mafia shit. I don't know why Son don't do a movie. He definitely should be in a movie. Over the Limit, I'm not gonna say it's a skip because of Don Kennedy, but it's just like, damn, bro, you could have, cause when I seen the name on the track list, I just didn't understand, like, Don Kennedy, what the fuck? Why that nigga? You know what I mean? Thank God I made it. Like I said, it was good. I fuck with it. War Paint, Conway was just spazzing on that bitch. And I like how when they actually get on each other's records and they each got a verse, I always look forward to see who gonna have a better verse. You know what I mean? So with this, I listened to this shit and I was like, God damn. Honestly, I don't know who got the better verse in this. You know, because I was just expecting something crazy. You know what I mean? But I'll edge it to Conway on this shit, because when I was listening to this shit out loud and then with headphones, I think that Conway kind of just did something a little bit different, so he edged it. So I definitely fuck with that. Legend, this shit was dope. He got a video for one of these joints. I don't know if it's Legend or is it Burden of Proof, but this shit is crazy though, man. Like, it's a good album. I can't even be mad at it. You know, other than that Piff dumbass not having Timeless on the shit. But I fuck with it. It was dope. You know what I mean? Definitely a solid project. You can play this shit from front to back with no skips. You know what I mean? Preferably niggas ain't go front. It's gonna be at least one song on this motherfucker where, like I said, it's either the hook, because you can't say the production is bad, because the production ain't bad. Maybe the hook. The Dom Kennedy shit is just like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? So you may probably skip that joint. I know I probably will, because it's just like, it's not a bad hook, because I'm listening to it like, well, it's not bad, but it just ain't, you know what I mean? It kind of takes the energy down a little bit, you know. But Burden of Proof definitely is dope. I don't know, between this and his last shit, Plugs I Met, I don't know which one I like more. Because, I mean, that had like, what, 7, 8 tracks on it. This got like 12. I really don't care about the numbers and shit, but it's just more about the quality of the music. Because that shit, when I played that, I was just like, God damn. Excuse me. Tenor Talk 3 was also a notable good one. You know what I mean? But I was just like, well, it's good. It's up there. Like, if I had to do, it's like so many albums came out this year. So I'm like, if I do a top 20, that's a lot. So I don't think it'd be a top 20. If I made a top 10 list, maybe, this definitely would make the list. You know what I mean? Especially Conway shit. Sorry, WESTSIDE Gunn. You not. That wasn't it for me. But yeah, Burden Proof is fire. Y'all should go check it out if you fuck with it. What's y'all top 5 songs and shit? I wasn't even gonna talk about no music lately. I just been in a very fucked up mind state. You know what I mean? Well, I don't even want to talk about shit because it don't really make any sense. If it ain't making sense, You ain't making sense. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But other than that, I said something when I said about it, so it is what it is. Y'all be easy out there. Stay safe. One.